The white light from the explosion was so bright that it did not look like light anymore. It looked like a solid wall of milk. It filled every corner of the throne room. It blinded the eyes of the angels who were lying on the floor. It covered the golden pillars and the starry sky outside. For a few seconds, there was no sound. The sound was too loud for ears to hear. It was just a heavy pressure that shook the bones of the palace. Then the sound caught up. Boom! It sounded like 1,000 planets crashing into each other at the same time. The shockwave blew the roof of the palace completely off. The golden tiles flew into the void like confetti. The heavy doors were vaporized into dust. Smoke swirled in the center of the room. It was black smoke mixed with purple electricity. It smelled like burning ozone and ancient magic. Vegeta stood at the bottom of the steps. He was breathing hard. His hand was still outstretched, smoke rising from his palm. His grey skin was glowing with the heat of the attack. His red eyes were wide, staring into the smoke. He was waiting. He was waiting to see an empty chair. He was waiting to see the ashes of his rival. He smiled. The smile was crooked and cruel. "Finally," he whispered. "Finally, the shadow is gone." But the smoke did not clear to reveal an empty chair. The smoke hit something hard. It hit a wall that wasn't there. Slowly, the black cloud faded, and there, sitting on the throne, was Goku. He was not dead. He was not even burnt. He was surrounded by a bubble. It was a clear, glass-like bubble that shimmered with rainbow colors. The bubble hummed with a low, deep sound. It was the absolute defense of the Omni-King's throne. Vegeta's smile vanished. His face twitched. The red light in his eyes flickered. "Impossible," Vegeta hissed. "I put everything into that blast. I used the destruction energy. I used the demon magic. How?" Goku opened his eyes. He looked sad. He looked at Vegeta through the glass bubble. "The throne protects the king," Goku said softly. His voice was amplified by the chair. It echoed through the room. "You can't hurt me while I sit here, Vegeta. The chair won't let you." Vegeta roared. He didn't want to hear that. He didn't want to hear about rules and protections. He wanted blood. He flew up the steps. He punched the bubble. Bam! His fist hit the glass. The glass didn't crack, didn't even shake. But Vegeta's hand cracked. Blue blood dripped from his knuckles. He didn't care. He punched it again. Bam! And again. Bam! "Come out," Vegeta screamed. "Fight me. Don't hide behind a chair like a coward. Fight me, Kakarot." Goku placed his hand on the inside of the glass. He matched Vegeta's hand on the outside. "I'm not hiding, Vegeta. I'm stuck, and you know that. The demon inside you is making you blind. Look at yourself. Look at what you did to Whis." Vegeta stopped punching. He looked down. Whis was lying against the wall. He was not moving. His angel robes were torn. His blue skin was pale. He looked like a broken doll. Vegeta stared at him. For a second, the red in Vegeta's eyes faded. The violet color tried to come back. He remembered training with Whis. He remembered the food they ate. He remembered Whis teaching him how to sense God Kai. "Whis," Vegeta whispered. But then, the cube in his pocket vibrated. It sent a sharp spike of pain into Vegeta's side. The black smoke in his mind surged forward. It covered the memories. It twisted them. He was weak, the voice of Mechikabura whispered in Vegeta's head. He held you back. He treated you like a child. He deserved it. Vegeta's eyes turned red again. He looked back at Goku. "He stood in my way," Vegeta said coldly. "Just like you." Vegeta flew back down the steps. He turned his back on Goku. He looked out at the open void where the roof used to be. He looked at the floating galaxies in the distance. "If I can't kill you," Vegeta said, "then I will kill everything you are supposed to protect." I will leave you as the king of nothing." Vegeta raised both hands. Dark clouds began to gather above the palace. They were unnatural clouds. They were made of void energy and despair. Meanwhile, on Earth, the silence was terrifying. The battle with Selmax was over. The monster was gone. But there was no victory party. There was no cheering. Gohan lay on the ground, his head in Piccolo's lap. Gohan's eyes were open, but they looked dull. He was looking at the sky. The sky was grey, not cloudy grey, but dead grey. It looked like an old black and white photograph. Piccolo looked at his own arm. It was grey. The orange colour of his new form was gone. He looked at the grass. It was grey. The blood on Gohan's face was grey. "What is this?" Gohan whispered. His voice was weak. He felt cold. Not the cold of winter, but the cold of emptiness. He tried to sense Kai. He couldn't feel anything. The trees had no energy. The wind had no energy. Even the sun felt like a cold light bulb. Piccolo touched Gohan's forehead. "Rest, Gohan. You use too much power. It's not just me." "Piccolo," Gohan said. "Look, the world, it's dying." Trunks and Goten woke up nearby. They sat up and rubbed their heads. "Who turned off the lights?" Goten asked. "Why is everything black and white?" Trunks stood up. He looked at his hands. "My energy. I can't go Super Saiyan. I can't feel my ki. It feels like it's frozen inside me." Krillin ran over to them. He was panic-stricken. "Guys, 18. She shut down. She just stopped moving." "What?" Trunks yelled. He ran over to where Android 18 was standing. She was frozen like a statue. Her eyes were open, but the light in them was gone. She was a machine, so she was affected differently, but the result was the same. The life force that powered her infinite energy engine had vanished. Piccolo stood up. He looked at the sky. He narrowed his eyes. "This isn't a technique," Piccolo said. "This is a disconnection." "What do you mean?" Krillin asked. Piccolo pointed up. "The Grand Priest. He is the link between the Omni-King and the universes. He feeds the energy of order to reality. If that link is broken or corrupted, then reality loses its color. It loses its life. We are fading, Krillin. We are becoming void." Gohan struggled to sit up. "Dad," Gohan whispered. "Dad is up there. He must be fighting." Piccolo shook his head. "If Goku was fighting, we would feel it. We would feel the heat. But there is only cold. Something bad has happened. Something worse than Selmax." Back in the Omni-King's palace, Vegeta was charging his attack. A giant ball of black energy was growing above his head. It was crackling with red lightning. It was getting bigger and bigger. It was the size of a moon, then the size of a planet. Goku watched from the throne. He pulled against the invisible chains holding him down. "Vegeta, stop!" Goku yelled. "If you fire that, you'll destroy the connection. You'll kill everyone." Vegeta didn't look back. "That is the point, Kakarot. This multiverse is flawed. It relies on weak gods and foolish mortals. I will erase it all. And from the ashes, I will build a new one. A perfect one. A universe of strength." Goku felt a sharp pain in his chest. It wasn't physical pain. It was the pain of the throne. The throne was reacting to the threat. It was forcing the ascension faster. It knew the king needed to act. Goku screamed as white light poured into his body. His muscles bulged. His bones creaked. The knowledge of the cosmos was being shoved into his brain. He saw the grey earth. He saw Gohan freezing. He saw 18 shut down. He saw the panic on other planets. "I have to move." Goku gritted his teeth. He grabbed the armrests of the throne. His fingers dug into the golden material. He pushed with his legs. "Sit down," a voice boomed in the room. It wasn't Vegeta. It was the throne itself. "No," Goku shouted back. "I am the king. You do what I say." Goku's silver eyes flared. He summoned the creation energy. He mixed it with his Saiyan rage. He didn't try to break the throne. He tried to move it. "If I can't get up, I'll take the chair with me." Goku pulled. The floor cracked. The entire throne, which was bolted to the foundation of the palace, ripped out of the ground. Debris flew everywhere. Goku hovered in the air. The heavy golden throne still stuck to his back and butt like a giant shell. Vegeta turned around. He looked surprised. "You look ridiculous," Vegeta said. "You are wearing a chair." Goku didn't care. He floated forward, carrying the heavy throne. It slowed him down. It was awkward, but he was free to move. "I'm stopping you, Vegeta," Goku yelled. He flew at Vegeta. He couldn't punch properly because the chair was bulky, so he did the only thing he could think of. He spun around. He used the throne as a weapon. He swung the giant golden chair at Vegeta. Vegeta blocked with one hand. Bam! The throne hit Vegeta's arm. The impact shook the palace. Vegeta was pushed back a few inches. "Is that the dignity of a king?" Vegeta mocked. "Swinging furniture." "It works," Goku yelled. Goku swung again. He used instant transmission. Pop! He appeared above Vegeta. He dropped the throne on Vegeta's head. Crash! Vegeta fell down. He hit the floor hard. The throne landed on top of him, with Goku sitting in it. Goku sat on Vegeta. Literally. "Gotcha," Goku said. He pinned Vegeta to the ground with the weight of the throne and his own ki. Vegeta roared, "Get off me, you heavy oaf." Vegeta blasted energy from his body. An explosion of black light pushed the throne up. Goku was thrown backward. He tumbled in the air. The chair still stuck to him. He managed to flip and land on the legs of the throne. He slid across the floor like a sled. Vegeta stood up. He wiped dust from his robes. He looked angry, very angry. "Enough games," Vegeta said. He pointed his finger at Goku. Gravity cage. Black bars of energy slammed down around Goku. They locked him in. The gravity inside the cage increased by 1,000,000,000,000 times. Goku felt his body being crushed. The throne creaked. The gold metal started to bend. Goku slumped forward in the seat. He couldn't lift his head. "Stay there," Vegeta said. "And watch." Vegeta flew back up to his giant energy ball. He looked at the map of the multiverse floating in the air. He looked at Universe 6. "Let's start with the twin," Vegeta said. "Universe 6, the home of the other Saiyans. Kaba, Caulifla, Kale. They are weak. They lack pride. They rely on others." Vegeta aimed the black moon at the bubble of Universe 6. "Goodbye, sadness," Vegeta whispered. "No." Goku strained against the gravity. He tried to raise his hand. He tried to use the button to call Zeno, but he realized he was Zeno now. He had to save them. Vegeta fired the blast. The black moon flew through the void. It traveled faster than light. It headed straight for Universe 6. Inside Universe 6, on the planet Sadala, Kaba was training with Caulifla. They stopped. They looked to the sky. The sky of Sadala turned black. A giant shadow covered the sun. "What is that?" Caulifla asked. Kaba felt a fear he had never felt before. "It's destruction. Pure destruction." The black moon entered the atmosphere. The clouds burned away. The mountains started to crumble just from the pressure. Champa, the god of destruction of Universe 6, woke up in his palace. He ran to the balcony. He saw the attack. "Vados!" Champa screamed. "Where are you? Vados!" But Vados was not there. She was in the void, unconscious. Champa was alone. He looked at the incoming blast. He knew he couldn't stop it. He was fat. He was out of shape. And this blast was stronger than him. "Is this it?" Champa whispered. Brother, just as the black moon was about to hit planet Sadala, a beam of light shot out from the void. It was a purple beam. It was thin, but it was incredibly dense. The purple beam hit the side of the black moon. It didn't stop it, but it pushed it. It nudged it just a tiny bit. The black moon missed planet Sadala. It grazed the atmosphere, burning the forests, but it didn't hit the core. It flew past the planet and hit a nearby dead moon. Boom! The dead moon exploded. The explosion lit up the entire universe. Vegeta, back in the palace, frowned. He looked at the smoke. Who dares? He looked at the source of the purple beam. Floating in the void, standing on a small rock, was a figure. He was tall, muscular, and had grey skin and big black eyes. He wore a red and black uniform. It was Jiren. Jiren had woken up. He was injured from the battle with the Grand Priest earlier, but he had recovered some energy. He stood with his hand extended. Smoke rose from his fingertips. "You will not destroy life," Jiren said. His voice traveled through the void. Vegeta laughed. "Jiren the Grey, the mortal who thinks he is justice. You are still alive?" Jiren flew toward the palace. He landed on the shattered floor. He looked at Goku in the cage. He looked at Vegeta. "You have fallen, Saiyan," Jiren said to Vegeta. "You sought strength, but you found madness." Vegeta floated down. "I found truth, Jiren. Something you know nothing about. You fight for justice. Justice is a lie told by the weak to protect themselves from the strong." Jiren clenched his fists. His aura flared. It was fiery red. Strength is absolute, but strength without control is destruction. "I will stop you." Jiren charged. He was fast. He punched Vegeta in the face. The punch connected. Vegeta's head snapped back. Goku watched from the cage. "Go, Jiren." Vegeta slowly turned his head back. He spat out a tooth. It was a blue tooth. "Not bad," Vegeta said. "For a mortal." Vegeta punched Jiren in the stomach. Jiren gasped. His eyes bulged. He folded over Vegeta's fist. Vegeta then kneed Jiren in the chin. Jiren flew up into the air. Vegeta flew after him. He grabbed Jiren by the leg. He spun him around and threw him into the floor. Crash! Jiren lay in the rubble. He tried to stand up, but Vegeta was too strong. The Grand Priest's power was on a different level. Vegeta landed on Jiren's chest. He stomped on him. "You are yesterday's news, Jiren," Vegeta said. "You are boring." Vegeta looked at Goku. "See, Kakarot? This is the power you refuse to use. The power to dominate." Goku looked at Jiren. Jiren was struggling. He was trying to push Vegeta's foot off. Goku felt a surge of anger. He hated this. He hated seeing his friends hurt. He hated seeing Vegeta like this. The throne hummed again. The ascension was at 50%. Goku closed his eyes. He focused on the gravity cage. He focused on the bars. They were made of energy. Energy is just waves. Waves can be disrupted. Goku started to vibrate. He vibrated his body at super speed. He matched the frequency of the cage. The bars started to shake. They flickered. Vegeta noticed. "What are you doing?" Goku opened his eyes. They were shining like diamonds. "I am the king," Goku shouted. He burst out of the cage. The black bars shattered into sparks. Goku stood up, the throne still on his back. He didn't care about the weight anymore. He felt light. Goku flew at Vegeta. He tackled him off Jiren. "Get off him." Goku and Vegeta rolled across the floor. They punched each other. Goku punched Vegeta's face. Vegeta punched Goku's ribs. It was a messy brawl. No technique, just hate and desperation. They rolled to the edge of the palace. They fell off. They fell into the void. They were falling through the endless purple nothingness. Goku was still stuck in the chair. Vegeta was grappling with him. "You are annoying," Vegeta yelled. He blasted Goku's face. Goku headbutted Vegeta. Bonk. They fell past floating rocks. They fell past swirling galaxies. Vegeta kicked the throne. He tried to break it. The throne dented, but it held. Goku grabbed Vegeta's halo. He pulled it. "Let go of my halo," Vegeta screamed. "Snap out of it, Vegeta." Goku yelled back. "Look at yourself. You are fighting Shiren. You are trying to blow up Kaba. That's not you." Vegeta stopped punching for a second. Kaba. The name triggered something. The master-student bond. Vegeta remembered the promise he made to Kaba, to visit Sadala. The red in Vegeta's eyes faded slightly. He looked confused. I promised," Vegeta stuttered. But the demon cube reacted instantly. It knew it was losing control. It released a massive shock of dark magic directly into Vegeta's heart. "Ah!" Vegeta screamed in pain. The darkness swallowed his mind again. The confusion vanished. The rage returned 10 times stronger. "He lied to you," the voice screamed. "Kaba is weak. He brings shame to the Saiyan race. Erase him." Vegeta's eyes turned black, completely black. No white, no pupil, just voids. He grabbed Goku by the neck. "Die." Vegeta charged a blast in his hand. He was going to blow Goku's head off. Suddenly, a green light flashed. A whip of green energy wrapped around Vegeta's wrist. It pulled his hand away. The blast fired into the void, missing Goku. Vegeta looked up. Who now? Floating above them was Piccolo. But not just Piccolo. It was Orange Piccolo. But he looked different. He was huge. He was glowing with a strange spiritual light. And behind him were Gohan, Goten, Trunks, and the other Z fighters. They were grey. Their bodies were colorless. But they were surrounded by a thin layer of golden energy. Goku gasped. "Guys, how are you here?" Piccolo pulled on the energy whip. "We used the Dragon Balls," Piccolo shouted. "We summoned Porunga. We asked him to teleport us to you." "But the color?" Goku asked. "We are running on life force," Gohan yelled. He looked exhausted. He was holding on to Krillin for support. "We don't have Kage left. We are burning our own souls to be here. Dad, you have to win." Vegeta looked at them. He looked at his son, Trunks. Trunks looked like a ghost. He was grey and fading. "Trunks," Vegeta whispered. The demon voice screamed. "Look at them. They are weak. They are dying because of Kakarot. Kill Kakarot and you save them." Vegeta shook his head. "No. Killing Kakarot. Yes, kill him. Become the one true God." Vegeta roared. He ripped the green whip off his wrist. He threw Piccolo away with a wave of telekinesis. He flew back up to the palace, leaving Goku falling. Vegeta landed on the shattered floor. He panted. He was losing his mind. The conflict between his Saiyan pride and the demon corruption was tearing his brain apart. "I need silence," Vegeta screamed. He raised both hands. He wasn't aiming at a universe this time. He was aiming at the core of the multiverse. He was aiming at the central pivot point of reality. "I will erase it all." Silence. Eternal silence. A ball of energy formed. It was white and black swirled together. It was the energy of nothingness. It grew rapidly. It became larger than the palace itself. Goku flew back up. He saw the Z fighters trying to attack Vegeta, but they were too weak. Their blast just bounced off Vegeta's aura. Goku landed on the platform. The throne was heavy. His body ached. But he knew this was it. Goku looked at the Z fighters. "Get back," he yelled. Goku closed his eyes. He stopped fighting the throne. He stopped trying to get up. He accepted it. "I am the king," Goku thought. "If I am the king, Then this is my responsibility. He relaxed his muscles. He let the white light of the throne consume him completely. Ascension. Force. Goku opened his eyes. They were no longer silver. They were gold. Pure, shining gold. The throne stopped being a chair. It melted. The golden metal turned into liquid light. It flowed over Goku's body. It covered his arms. It covered his legs. It formed armor. Golden armor. With the Omni-King symbol on the chest. Goku stood up. He wasn't stuck anymore. The throne had become part of him. He was the throne. He felt infinite. He felt the heartbeat of every living thing. He felt the fear of the ants on Earth. He felt the heat of the suns in Universe 11. Vegeta, Goku's voice boomed. It wasn't a shout. It was a decree. Vegeta looked down. He saw Goku in the golden armor. He felt a fear he hadn't felt since he faced Frieza on Namek. "What are you?" Vegeta whispered. "I am the answer," Goku said. Goku walked forward. He didn't fly. He walked on the air. Each step created a ripple of golden light that fixed the broken floor. Vegeta threw the giant ball of nothingness. Die! The ball flew at Goku. It was big enough to swallow a galaxy. Goku didn't dodge. He didn't block. He just kept walking. He walked right into the ball. The black energy swallowed him. The Z-Fighter screamed, "Dad! Goku!" But then, the black ball started to glow gold. Beams of light shot out of it. It cracked like an egg. Goku walked out of the other side. The black energy dissolved around him. It couldn't touch him. His new armor absorbed it. Vegeta stepped back. "No, impossible. My power is absolute. Your power is borrowed," Goku said. He was standing right in front of Vegeta now. "You borrowed it from a demon." Goku reached out his hand. He placed his palm on Vegeta's chest. Vegeta tried to punch him, but he couldn't move. Goku's presence froze him. "Get out," Goku commanded. He wasn't talking to Vegeta. He was talking to the demon. Goku sent a pulse of golden creation energy into Vegeta's body. It traveled through his veins. It found the blue cube in his pocket. It found the black smoke in his brain. The smoke screamed. It was a high-pitched screech that shattered the glass in the windows. The black smoke was forced out of Vegeta's ears. It poured out of his mouth. It formed a cloud above Vegeta's head. The cloud took the shape of Mechikabura's face. "You cannot banish me. I am eternal." Goku looked up at the smoke face. "You are annoying." Goku raised his hand. Hakai. But it wasn't the purple Hakai of a destroyer. It was a golden Hakai. The Hakai of a creator. It didn't destroy the soul. It purified it. The golden flash hit the smoke. Mechikabura screamed one last time. The smoke turned white. Then it turned into sparkles. Then it vanished. The blue cube in Vegeta's pocket cracked and turned into dust. Vegeta fell to his knees. His skin turned from grey back to pale blue. His eyes turned from black back to violet. He gasped for air. He coughed. He looked at his hands. "Kakarot," Vegeta whispered. Goku smiled. The golden armor faded away, turning back into the throne which reappeared behind him. Goku sat down on it heavily. He looked tired. "Hey, Vegeta, you okay?" Vegeta looked around. He saw the destroyed palace. He saw the grey Z fighters. He saw the chaos. "What? What did I do?" Vegeta asked. His voice was trembling. "You had a bad dream," Goku said. "A really bad one." Vegeta looked at Trunks. Trunks smiled weakly and gave a thumbs up before collapsing. Vegeta stood up. He rushed over to Trunks. He checked his pulse. It was weak. "They are fading," Vegeta said. "The connection was damaged too much. Even with the demon gone, the damage is done. The multiverse is bleeding out." Vegeta looked at Goku. "Fix it." You are the king. Use your magic. Goku shook his head. I can't. I used all the power to purify you. I'm empty, Vegeta. I can't do anything for a while. Vegeta panicked. Then what do we do? If we don't restore the color, they will die. Earth will die. Universe 6 will die. There was a silence. A heavy silence. Then a voice spoke. A weak, raspy voice. I can fix it. They looked over. It was Whis. He was standing up, leaning on his staff. He looked terrible, but his eyes were clear. Whis, Vegeta said, you are too weak. If you use magic now, you will disappear. Whis smiled. It was the same calm, mysterious smile he always had. My role is to guide the destroyer and serve the angels. But my family, my father, he broke the path. We angels failed you. We let the corruption happen. Whis walked to the center of the room. He tapped his staff on the ground. It is time to balance the ledger, Whis said. Whis! No, Goku yelled. He tried to get up, but he was too drained. Whis looked at Goku. You will make a fine king, Goku-san. You have the heart for it. He looked at Vegeta. And you, Vegeta-san. You have the strength to be the Grand Priest, but you need to forgive yourself. The demon used your doubt. Do not let doubt in again. Whis raised his staff high. Angelic sacrifice. Restoration of the canvas. Whis' body began to glow. It turned into pure white light. The light expanded. It flew out of the palace. It flew across the void. It touched the Grey Z fighters. Instantly, their color returned. Piccolo turned green. Trunks turned purple and skin-toned. Their energy returned. They took deep breaths, alive again. The light flew to Earth. The grey sky turned blue. The grass turned green. 18's eyes lit up. She moved. The light flew to Universe 6. The burning forest on Sadala healed. The dead moon was reformed. The light touched every corner of the multiverse, washing away the grey void. But as the light spread, Whis faded. His legs disappeared. His torso disappeared. Whis, Vegeta screamed. He ran toward him. He tried to grab him, but his hands went through the light. Thank you for the sushi, Vegeta-san. Whis' voice echoed. It was faint, like a whisper in the wind. And then he was gone. Only his staff remained. It clattered to the floor. Vegeta stood there, staring at the empty space. He fell to his knees. He punched the floor. He screamed. It was a scream of pure grief. Goku watched from the throne. Tears rolled down his face. He bowed his head. The universe was saved. The color was back. The demon was gone. But the cost was the greatest angel of them all. Vegeta picked up the staff. He held it tight. His knuckles turned white. He stood up. He turned to face Goku. His face was hard. There were no tears in his eyes, only a cold determination. This ends now, Vegeta said. No more mistakes. No more weakness. He looked at the staff. I will not let his sacrifice be in vain. I will build the perfect order he wanted. But I will do it my way. Vegeta walked to the edge of the palace. He looked out at the restored multiverse. Rest, Kakarot, Vegeta said, without looking back. You are the king. Sit on your throne. I have work to do. Vegeta flew off into the void, carrying Whis' staff. He was going to check on every universe personally. Goku watched him go. He felt lonely. The palace was huge and empty. Goku looked at the hologram of Earth. He saw Gohan and the others hugging, happy to be alive. They didn't know what had happened. They didn't know Whis was gone. Goku leaned back in the golden throne. He closed his eyes. Being king sucks, Goku whispered. The screen fades to white, focusing on Whis' staff in Vegeta's hand as he flies through the stars. The multiverse is safe, but the team is broken. Whis is gone. Vegeta is colder than ever, and Goku is trapped on the throne. What new threats will rise now that the balance has shifted? Can Vegeta handle the burden alone? Find out in the next episode of Dragon Ball Super, the Grand Priest Betrayal.